And to Republican presidential politics. Texas Governor Rick Perry moved today to rebound from his embarrassing lapse at last night's debate. We're joined now by NewsHour political editor David Chalian to walk us through the highlights of the debate, beginning with that Perry flub. So, David, let's get right to it, that moment everybody's talking about.
And I will tell you, it's three agencies of government when I get there that are gone: commerce, education, and the, what's the third one there? Let's see.
You need five.
Oh, five.
Yeah,
okay. So
five.
commerce, education, and the
EPA?
EPA. There you go. No, okay.
Let's talk deposition.
Seriously? Is EPA the one you were talking about? Or?
No, sir. No, sir. We were talking about the agencies of government. EPA needs to be rebuilt.
But
There's no doubt about that.
But you can't name the third one?
The third agency of government,
Yeah.
I would do away with the education, the commerce, and let's see. I can't. The third one I can't. Sorry. Oops.
It's almost painful to watch. So how much damage has that done?
Well, I think if it were any other candidate, the damage might be limited because everybody can understand having a total mental lapse like that. We've all been in positions like that. The problem for Rick Perry is that a moment like that feeds into a larger narrative about his campaign, Judy. The debates have been a major trouble spot for him. From the moment he got into the race, he has looked unprepared and unable to debate his competitors on the stage. This was by far the worst flub he had, and that just feeds into the notion that he is not ready for prime time. Republicans all around Washington and around the campaign trail today are saying, you know, it's hard for voters to envision him going up against Barack Obama in a fall debate, and that this, although it won't be a death blow to his campaign, is a serious problem that he knows he's working to get back from today.
You're right. We can all identify. We've all had lapses, but still, a lot of people were watching. So he's been spending all day today going around trying to take the sting out of this. How is that working?
He blanketed the airwaves this morning. He went to 5 different network morning shows. He did some afternoon cable interviews, all to poke fun at himself. Tonight, he's going to give the top 10 list on David Letterman's program on the CBS show that he does in late night. And so he's taking an approach here where he's trying to poke fun so that he can do as much of that as possible to quickly turn the corner. But this moment is not going away. These 53 seconds on YouTube will now help define the Rick Perry candidacy.
So, David, next, the candidate who was getting most of the attention going into the debate, Herman Cain, not welcome attention from the accusations from these women who were talking about sexual harassment. Let's look at the question that was posed to him last night and see how he handled it.
Mr. Cain, the American people want jobs, but they also want leadership. They want character in a president. In recent days, we have learned that 4 different women have accused you of inappropriate behavior. Here, we're focusing on character and on judgment. You've been a CEO.
Yes.
You know that shareholders are reluctant to hire a CEO where there are character issues. Why should the American people hire a president if they feel there are character issues?
The American people deserve better than someone being tried in the court of public opinion based on unfounded accusations. That's what that's about. And I value my character and my integrity more than anything else. And for every one person that comes forward with a false accusation, there are thousands who would say none of that sort of activity ever came from Herman Cain.
So where does all this stand right now?
Well, that story still stands as a potential problem for his campaign. We will see if any further information comes out or if additional women make any claims. Those questions aren't going away for him. But listen to the crowd in that answer, Judy. You heard the boos to the question, the applause to his answer. This is Herman Cain drumming up support within the Republican base. He's now starting to play the victim a little bit here, blaming the media. He is going after the women who are making accusations now and really trying to destroy their credibility. His campaign announced today he's raised $9 million since October 1st, $2.5 million since the accusations were made public.
And you're right, you could hear the boos, you could hear the cheers to his answer. So finally, the other front runner, along with Cain right now, Mitt Romney. Let's look at a question that was posed by CNBC's John Harwood. This is on what some would say Romney's greatest vulnerability.
What can you say to Republicans to persuade them that the things you say in the campaign are rooted in something deeper than the fact that you're running for office?
John, I think people know me pretty well, particularly in this state, in the state of Massachusetts, New Hampshire that's close by, Utah where I served in the Olympics. I think people understand that I'm a man of steadiness and constancy. I don't think you're going to find somebody who has more of those attributes than I do. I've been married to the same woman for 25, excuse me, I'll get in trouble, for 42 years. I've been in the same church my entire life. I worked at one company, Bain, for 25 years, and I left that to go off and help save the Olympic Games. I think it's outrageous that the Obama campaign continues to push this idea when you have in the Obama administration the most political presidency we've seen in modern history. They're actually deciding when to pull out of Afghanistan based on politics.
So he had his own little mini flub when he talked about how many years he'd been married. But David, it's not just the Obama campaign that's going after him on inconsistency. It's the other Republicans.
Of course. In fact, John Huntsman's campaign put out a little YouTube clip this morning with a laugh track under this notion when Mitt Romney said that he is sort of the symbol of constancy. They have all, Perry, Huntsman, many of his other competitors have been going after him on this notion. This is a caricature of him that was drawn in the 2008 presidential campaign. He's not been able to shed it. He has flip-flopped on certain issues, certainly the issue of abortion. But what I found so interesting about this answer, Judy, is that he is now going after this right into the headwind. He knows this is his key vulnerability. And if he is not able to turn around this image of him as somebody without a core, he's going to be in trouble. He needs to solve this now. And in fact, it is also very much, he's right, the Obama campaign and the DNC that drive this message every day about Mitt Romney.
Any early sense whether this approach is working?
No early sense if it's working, but it is a new approach from Romney to handle it head on, to try to make the argument. He's chipping away at the frame that his competitors on the stage and the Obama campaign are building around him.
David Chalian, political editor, thanks very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.